Before I begin, if you enjoy raw, real stories about love, betrayal, and human emotion, please subscribe to my channel and share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your perspective because sometimes these stories hit closer to home than we'd like to admit. It started with a text. Simple, almost mundane. I'm exhausted. Just want to relax tonight. It was from my wife. At first, I didn't think much of it. She had been busy lately. Work, errands, our kids' life. So I shrugged it off, telling her to rest and that I'd handle dinner. But later that evening, I noticed something that unsettled me. Her best friend came over. I'd invited her for coffee before, but this time, there was a shift in the air I couldn't ignore. They laughed in the living room, leaning close in a way that felt intimate, conspiratorial. And then I saw it, a smile on her friend's face, the kind of smile that doesn't belong in a casual visit. Not directed at me, not at anyone else, just at my wife. A smile that said something unspoken. I tried to brush it off. Maybe I was imagining it. Maybe I was being paranoid. I love my wife. I wanted to trust her. But that tiny, lingering look planted a seed of doubt. The following days brought more subtle signs. Missed calls that she claimed were work emergencies. Texts she would immediately hide when I entered the room, and a sudden obsession with her phone's notifications. She said she was exhausted, but exhaustion has a rhythm. Her exhaustion felt different, forced, selective. I began questioning myself. Was I being controlling? Was I overreacting? Or was my gut right? Then came the first real crack. I was helping her with laundry when I found a small, unfamiliar receipt in the pocket of her coat, a cafe across town she hadn't mentioned visiting. The handwriting on the receipt didn't match anyone I knew. My chest tightened. A mix of anger, confusion, and betrayal surged through me. I wanted to ask, but my voice caught. I left the receipt there, pretending I hadn't seen it. That night, I couldn't sleep. I replayed every memory I had with her, every laugh, every whispered joke in bed. My mind twisted them in ways I didn't want to, trying to find some innocent explanation. But each replayed moment made me feel more disconnected from the person I thought I knew. Every touch, every word, suddenly seemed like it could have a hidden layer. A few days later, I noticed her phone light up on the counter while she was in the kitchen. A message preview popped up. I wasn't snooping, it was visible from across the room, but the words stabbed me anyway. I can't wait to see you again. My heart froze. My hand shook. I backed away, trying to calm myself, to tell myself I had no right to jump to conclusions. But deep down I knew. The evidence kept piling up in small, quiet ways. An unfamiliar cologne lingering in her coat pocket. Subtle changes in how she answered calls. The way she would leave the room suddenly when a text came in. Nothing dramatic. Nothing overt. But enough. Enough to unravel my sense of reality, to make me question every memory I had cherished. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. I confronted her one evening, my voice low and controlled, hiding the storm inside. I need to know the truth. Are you seeing someone else? She froze. Her eyes went wide, and her hand trembled as she reached for her phone. She opened her mouth, then paused. That pause, the hesitation, told me everything I needed to know. I didn't mean for it to happen, she whispered finally. I never wanted to hurt you. I felt a mix of relief and devastation, as if understanding the truth had simultaneously broken me and clarified everything. I could see the guilt in her eyes, the shame, the remorse, the helplessness of someone caught between desire and loyalty. But seeing her pain didn't lessen mine. We talked for hours that night. I asked questions, she answered, and the air was thick with unspoken apologies. She admitted her feelings for her friend had grown over time, that their connection, emotional and eventually physical, had been something she couldn't control. She had loved me, she said, but she had also been seeking something else, something missing in our relationship. I listened quietly. I didn't yell. I didn't storm out. I realized then that the most powerful response I could give was calmness and clarity. I needed to reclaim myself before making any decisions about us. The following days were a test. Every routine moment, making breakfast, walking the kids to school, folding laundry, carried an undertone of tension. Memories once comforting now stung, and my heart battled between lingering love and the pain of betrayal. I remembered every shared joke, every tender night, every small act of kindness, and questioned if they had been real or just convenient performances. Then came the turning point. I decided I needed closure, a boundary, a way to protect myself from further heartbreak. I sat her down and said, gently but firmly, I need time away. I need to rebuild my trust in myself before I can rebuild anything with you. She nodded, tears streaming. I understand, she whispered. Months passed. In that time, I focused on myself, my children, my work, the hobbies I had neglected. I grieved the marriage I thought I had, but I also discovered strength I hadn't known existed. I realized that betrayal, while devastating, is not a measure of my worth. It is a test of resilience. Eventually, we reached a quiet understanding. Our marriage couldn't continue in its previous form. We parted ways amicably, with respect and honesty, and slowly I began to heal. I still remember that smile from her best friend, the one that had first set alarm bells ringing. But now it serves as a reminder. Trust is sacred, and self-respect is indispensable. If this story resonates with you, if you've experienced betrayal, subtle deception, or the slow erosion of trust, share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your story. And don't forget to subscribe for more real, human stories about love, heartbreak, and the quiet strength it takes to move forward.